well, I just couldn't find love any other way. And it's like, have you tried speed dating?
Yeah.
Have you gone on a singles cruise?
Have you tried therapy? There might be something wrong with you that you got stuck in time, because it's like, what do you mean? There is someone truly for everyone that's age appropriate. Welcome to Not Loveline. Hey, you guys. Tana and Trish take Las Vegas, June 12th at the Cosmopolitan Hotel at the Chelsea Theater.
I almost feel like my vibes are like, I vibrate lower when I'm uncomfortable. Like, just when it comes to who I am on a podcast, when I'm physically uncomfortable. And the last episode we shot, I'm like so excited to talk about our Vegas show, but I'm like, there's beads on my nipple ring. Like, this
Mine
hurts.
were like choking me. I'm like, oh.
Yes.
Like,
and like, I'm sitting on them and I'm feeling this imprint, and I'm like, and now we're like so comfy and in pajamas, and I'm just like
in a happy mood. I'm
seeing in color again.
Yes, it's like fun. But I know I went up for 10 minutes and was like, can you use your help real quick? And I thought something like the kids. And then he was doing his first sponsored post for his sauce, for like spaghetti sauce. So he had like this big plate of spaghetti, even though I had to just eat in the air one. But it was really good. I was like, and I wasn't even, because I didn't know completely what it was for. I knew it was for like sauce, but I didn't know it was like a whole recipe he followed, because it was like lemony and like fun. I was like, wow, this is really good actually. It did feel like I was like, I'm like,
any left?
He's like, should I have it? Yeah, it was the tin fish one, which maybe you would have like, but it was good. It was like lemony and tuna-y, and it was really good. Do you want some? I can have him bring him a bowl some. Okay, let me, because he was asking, he was kind of excited, but I was kind of like, well, maybe, obviously, like, just for funsies. Okay, let me see.
Amari, I love, my favorite thing about Amari when he's here is he has now become a master of like the drinks and snacks down here.
Yes,
like people are walking in today and Amari's going, would you like anything from the drink fridge? And like Amari knows everything that's in the drink fridge down here. And like people are like, there's a drink fridge. And Amari's like, come this way. We have Bloom Shirley Temple. Like, like the way you know Trisha's house, like inside and out. And what
especially that fridge. You're the only one who does the fridge. And also all the liquid death I always give you. I'm always like, oh, like, I know. I love that you're the fridge. No, you know everything. What is that like meme everyone says, like, not my house, but I know my way around. It's like around here, you know, you're like, would you like a beverage? Which is good. I'm not like that. I forget to offer people anything.
Me too. But I'm like, welcome.
I was like, just sit, whatever. But yeah, I was like really excited too. But speaking of comfortability, very Taylor Frankie Paul. Do you watch Mormon Wives?
That's so funny because I was just in the bathroom. And also I will just say I know I love it here so much because I changed the toilet paper roll. And I was like, sometimes at my house I will just be lazy and like do it later, which is not a good habit at all.
Where do you put the toilet paper?
Like I put the roll was empty. So I just took it off and I like grabbed a new one and I put it on. Also, you know how you have like this how money look? Like you know that you're in a bougie house when someone has like 50 rolls, like you have so many rolls of toilet paper.
Well, I've always been like that. Even when I made no money, I've had like always 1,000 rolls of toilet paper. I was thinking when like run out. My fear was always is like I would never have the money to buy toilet paper, so I was always buying toilet paper. So I do have an exorbitant amount of toilet paper. I have like thousands, which is ironic because Moses doesn't ever use toilet paper, not once.
Yeah, he's a bidet king. And the way I know that, we know everything about each other.
Literally, last time after our last Patreon, I literally was like, I think you texted me at like 10:30. I was like, hey girl, just got cracked. And then I was like, why did I say that?
No, but weird. You and I were being so funny. I love our after dark. Whenever we shoot Loveline until late in the night, we'll like text at night. And Trisha, obviously, like she's not a late night girly. So when I get like late night Trisha, I like live. And she was like, sorry, I was getting cracked. And I was like, I love you.
I think you're like, why are you up or something? And that's I was like, yeah. It was something like definitely I would never say to anybody. And I think we were talking about cracked and all that stuff like that in the Patreon. And I was like so excited because it actually was like weeks. I remember it was like weeks, which was like the longest. And I was like, oh my God, no, tonight I'm going to. Thank God for Not Loveline because it was late. It was like 8 o'clock. And it was like late. And I was like, honestly.
Thank God for Not Loveline in reference to just like getting your backbone out.
Yeah, it was helping actually because I said in that episode, I literally was like, it's been 4 years since I've been on top. I'm going to go on top. And I did. And honestly, felt so skinny. Yeah, because you know what? The kids were in bed and they're sleeping in their own room now. So like they were in bed early. So, and he kind of just like lays down and was kind of, he's going to come down because he's going to bring the pasta for Amari. He's going to hear me say this, but whatever. But then I was like, he like laid down and I was like, oh no, what is this? What is happening? And then I was like, you know what? This is the time. He's like, just for a minute. And I was like, but that minute turned into like 15 minutes and I felt very proud of myself. And I was so, I know, I should save it for Patreon, but like, you know, I had to say real quick. Yeah.
Because if you follow our Patreon or if you don't, we've had like a year-long discourse about how you and I have come into this era of life where we're not Tyra. We don't want to be on top. Okay. Like it is not our immediate favorite thought. Like we've talked about that so much on Patreon, and then like that's we have to really get into it on the Patreon.
Yeah, we'll get onto it on Patreon because there was like so many like graphic details, and I felt really just because it was also nighttime. We're always like in the middle of the day when kids are napping, like in a place to be as quiet as possible, and this was like finally like on our bed made of marble that's like so stable and not like flimsy. And
I'm gonna get you a little award.
I know. I mean,
like I'm so because I know you've been like wanting to do this thing.
Yes.
Like you're like I want to do this thing.
I felt very. We were on a streak that week. It was like a couple times, and then by the second time, I was like, no, let's do it the other way because it's just easier. But it was,
Now I have to too.
Research purposes for Patreon for the get together of it all.
Yes,
but
and like if you did it, I have to.
Yeah, no, it was kind of everything.
Saying
actually.
I have to get on. It's like I love Makoa. Like, just get up
No,
there,
but
lazy.
I felt like it was a chore, but I felt like it was the moment because we had just talked about Not Loveline. He was like, now I was like, this is my time.
Like, we talk about that on the Patreon a lot. Where like a lot of times. Just even if someone calls us and they're like, I'm in a rut, like da-da-da. Like sometimes it is about with a partner and obviously with someone you want, you know, but I'm saying like sometimes you push yourself to do the thing that you think you build up in your head so much and then you actually do it and you enjoy it and it's no big deal.
That's how I felt. And I felt almost like really like just like I felt skinnier the next day. I was like, wow, I really got my cardio in. Like I just felt really good and I felt like I did something. I was like, wow, look at me being a wifey. You know what I mean? Like I felt very like I don't know. It wasn't that big a deal to him. It's like, whatever. But
no, but it's like sometimes you make something so much in your head that it then is that big of a deal to you because you're like, finally did that thing.
Yeah, I felt very good. But anyways, we're back here now. What were we talking about in the glam chair? And you're like, I have to tell you about something, but I want to save it for Not Loveline. And we forgot to say it last episode. And I was like, damn, like what was it? And you didn't tell me. You said it was something you were watching.
I started Nick Viall's show, Age of Attraction.
Oh my gosh.
I turned to McCall because we've been Grey's Anatomy down. We really aren't watching anything other than Grey's. And on nights where I have to be up early, I won't watch it because I know that I'll fail myself.
Yes.
So I'm kind of like, what else do we watch? Nothing else is appetizing. And I turn to McCall and I say, babe, I'm really sorry for what I'm about to put on, but I'm doing it as market research for Not Loveline. And either you can join me or you can watch YouTube shorts. Like
that
it's
was
up
my
to you.
preface to Moses too. I'm like, I have to watch this for purposes. I watched one episode.
Okay.
Did you watch all?
No. I watched 2.
Okay. You got farther than me.
It is painstakingly. I got farther than you, though.
Yes.
I don't think it's as bad as I thought it would be. I guess in the regard that like. I'm really happy that it's not like 70-year-old men and 19, 20, I don't know.
Pretty close.
But close, yeah.
23 and 60 was one.
The one, okay, wait, I wasn't paying enough attention.
What do you mean? That girl was like, oh, I'm 23. He's like, oh, I thought you were older. Bull, you're 60. And then he's like, I'm 60. And she's like, oh.
Wait.
He looked very good. I said this on Just Trish, like he looked great for a 60. Like he looked great. I think that's why she was shook. But she was shook because she's like, that's older than my grandpa.
I couldn't believe the one too where like the guy was as young as her like son or whatever.
Yeah. I was like, no, that's to me, it's just gross. I don't care how great you look or how much sex drive you have. Like I just think you have zero in common with that person and you come on a show knowing that you're going to be in an age gap. And by the way, all the guys go with younger girls. No one goes with the older women. Like the older women sometimes whatever. No one goes for age appropriate people is what I'm saying. The older people don't go for the older people. All the women try, but the guys always go for the young girls. And then they act all shocked to be like, you're 23? I thought you were so much older. It's like, no, she looks like a baby. Like I'm 38. Like I look at someone like, who's like really like a Connor, what's his name, Story. Yeah, like they're babies. Like they look, there's no way I'd ever be like, wow, they're so hot. Like you're a baby.
And I think that a lot of the marketing for the show, like their marketing within the show, like I don't mean marketing for it, but like within it, like a lot of their tagline, a lot of the people keep saying this is like, well, I just couldn't find love any other way. And it's like, have you tried speed dating?
Yeah.
Have you gone on a singles cruise? Have you like, this is not the solution.
Have you tried therapy? There might be something wrong with you that you got stuck in time because it's like, what do you mean? There is someone truly for everyone that's age appropriate. It would have been better if there's like 20-year-old and maybe like, or I'm sorry, 40-year-olds and like 60-year-olds with like a 20-year age gap when you're older. But 23, and even the Nick Viall of it all with Natalie Joy being 19 and 38 or 36, whatever he was. Like,
and did they not? And allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Did
The whispering's crazy.
Yeah, it's still into a microphone.
Is it this? Is it this? Well,
But it's so hard. It's so hard being me.
Knowing everyone.
I have like LA, like I have tea I gather in LA and I have tea I gather from the internet.
Yeah.
And I never know what's public knowledge or not. So I'm just going to shut up.
well, what is public knowledge? In an interview lately, he was saying that Harry
Harry
Jowsey blew it
Jowsey did the
open.
dirty. Jimmy still believed it, but Harry Jowsey did the dirty work for me.
What did he say? What did Harry Jowsey say? He's always scene of the crime. The Mormon Wives scandal. Taylor and Nick.
True.
Who is the voice of reason? Harry Jowsey. He's like, I just came. I showed up and they were yelling and no one was drunk. And then I was like, let's do an egg race. They kept yelling. So I'm like, I should just probably leave. I was like, how are you at the scene of the crime of every single thing that's ever happened? Like, it's so insane. What did Harry Jowsey? Oh, this is the tin fish pasta. You were where I was telling him about it. So he is like so
I know,
excited.
Moses, you're literally the best.
Yeah, there was a bunch. I said he offered it to everyone, but there was a bunch up there. But anyways, yeah.
I'm not a fish girl, so I'm excited to hear your review because I know Moses slayed it. Mm-hmm. Moses is actually like the bear, like that show. Like he's just chefing up always and bringing stuff down here.
It's so funny because it is actually so easy for him to pasta. That's why we should just do the pasta night. To me, it's like I'm planning a pasta night, but we should just do it while we're here. Be like, okay, there's pasta. We just go upstairs and eat it because he makes a big batch, and there was a big batch of this up there. And he's like, do you think they want it? And I was just like, I don't know. It's so like sleepover vibes where it's like I love his stuff, but I'm like I don't know if they all want it, and maybe they're on diets, and we just ate, and I don't know.
No
like,
one's on a diet.
Yes, I don't know, but
and Devin might be on a diet. Devin loves a diet.
Yeah.
But other than that,
it's so
we're
good.
big back in it all the way.
It's good, and it's a subtle tuna. I'm recently in my tin fish era because I did a video with him for our Patreon, and
I think that's really cute.
It's not bad, and this is actually good. This was good because it had a little like lemon with it too, and the sauce.
I do love lemon
really
on a pasta.
We'll just do it next time. We'll just do it.
I would love that.
Yeah.
I would absolutely. I've been like, how much I've heard about Moses pasta, I've never had.
Because usually we have the cutoff at 7:30, but if we do a cutoff at like 6:30, we can all just like go up there and that's our cutoff. Yeah.
And I need to venture upstairs anyways. I've been needing to. I want to see the new
so
closet.
organized. Yes, it's so organized up there. Yes. We'll do it. We'll do a little tour because she's actually coming back next week, our organizer, to do all of this down here because it's like a little crazy. Yeah.
So fun. I've been
feeling open.
It's so because with Buster now too, I'm a big piles girl. I love piles of things, and it's my type B organization. Like I know what this pile is. I know what this pile is. I know what everything is.
Yes.
And I almost don't necessarily like having anyone else clean them because then things get put away wrong and then I'm missing things, but I knew it was in my little pile.
Yeah.
But now with Buster, I can't just like have a beaded shoe on the ground because he's like, how fun is this toy?
So momhood. That's how I feel with the kids too. I'm like, oh, they can't put anything in their mouth. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've just been in like deep organization mode. But anyways,
back to Harry Jowsey,
Age
Nick
of
Viall.
Attraction.
Harry responds, he can't keep my out of his mouth. 50-year-old man gossiping about people in their 20s dating. He should be more focused on his wife cheating on him and repairing that than worrying about it.
Ooh, Harry Jowsey came out swinging, saying he should be more worried about his
broken
wife
clock is
cheating.
right 2 times a day.
I do remember this. I think this was in my I hate Harry phase. So I was like, well, whatever. But this was before I knew how awful Nick Viall was. Like Harry is like peaches and cream to me compared to Nick Viall. Like I don't even know why I've ever like disliked Harry. I guess because his like player ways. Obviously people change, whatever. But compared to Nick Viall, it's like literally being like Saint Christopher and like the devil himself. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh, Harry. And Harry's grown on me lately with like the Mormon Wives and this everything like that. He's grown.
His last name is Viall.
It's so fitting. That show, even the comment, as I was saying, the interview he did with her was like, she pursued me and I didn't want to. I was a little more hesitant. She's like, yeah, I was like, I hate when the older person tries to put like, oh, the younger person wanted this. The younger person is like, the younger person's not developed. Like, she does not know what she wants. Like, and I'm glad it worked out for them. Like, a lot of people, like, they have kids now. It's like, I'm glad it like worked out for them, but like, it doesn't for most people. And even the people it does, it's super like toxic, because there is that like power imbalance. Courtney Stodden talks about it all the time. Like, anyone who's been through it just knows.
Yeah, and you're like, especially these girls on this show, right? Because they're 23, but they believe that nothing has worked out for them and that this is their like only way to find love. That's already such an imbalance, where it's like, no one's gonna love you. Like, I don't know. I want to finish the show. I really do.
You're stronger than me.
It's hard.
It's so like gross and disingenuous. And the older people, I flip it on there. The older people be like, this is my like last shot. I can't make it work. It's like there's a reason. There's a reason because literally everybody has. Mama June has had 2 husbands. Everybody has a soulmate. Like everybody has someone that they're gonna connect with. You're the weird one. You're the weird one that you're trying with a 23-year-old. Like, wow, you're so mature for your age. It's like, no, you're not. And the fact that even Natalie Joy, like, I don't want to come for her. Like, I'm all about women, motherhood, all stuff like that. But like, Even her, she'll be on the podcast and just like make fun of someone's hair. They had a guest and like, you look like a 1950s housewife with that hair. Like it was just so weird. And I was like, do you see the immaturity? Like she is like 20, what is she, 24 or something? Like she's young, 23. So it's like she's young, of course, like whatever.
Praying
but, like,
for that frontal lobe to come in hard and deep. That's a crazy thing too, to like do so much just before your frontal lobe.
No.
I did, obviously, but then it resulted in like trauma.
Yeah, trauma
like,
forever, trauma for life. And yeah, like writing.
I try to tell my friends that even if I have a friend who's 28 and they want to date a 24-year-old, I'm like, there is nothing wrong with that, but don't be surprised if the way that you two look at the world, even in that 27 and 24, 27 and 23, don't be surprised if the way that you look at the world ends up later in your relationship really showing how different it is, because I think that everyone has a switch when their frontal lobe develops.
100%. I do think it's a big difference. And sometimes it's even past that. Like you obviously grow up very quickly and stuff like that. It's like a little different. But like some people like 30, you know what I mean? Sometimes it takes them, you really are who you are. Yeah, past 25, I think, but like really like 30 even. I think when you're in an age gap, I think 30 should be the minimum for like a 15-year age gap. You know what I mean? Or 20-year age gap. Even then 30, 50, do you have anything in common? No, but you're 30, so whatever. You know what I mean? So I think there's that. I know writing the book, I've announced it by the time this comes out. So writing the book, I go through all my age gap relationships, and every time I'm always dating at 17, I'm dating a 50-year-old. At 18, I'm dating a 55-year-old. And it's like, I want to leave the names in the book so bad because they are public figures, but I don't know, it hasn't gone through legal yet. So we'll see what they say. They might make me change the names.
That is so interesting because I'm also writing mine with all real names. Like I'm intrigued to me, it's like, I don't want to call this person Rob. Like everyone's going to know who it is anyhow. Like it's like
just very descriptive. I know. And I was like, well, people kind of know this, whatever. And I feel like I don't go that in. It's just more of like how crazy reading back the life I lived with them. How crazy I was, even though I was young, so obviously I didn't know, but I really thought they were gonna marry me and have kids. Meanwhile, being like, he only saw me every Tuesday on the first Tuesday of every month and like never called me, never took me. And I'm like, but the way he was telling me, like, you're gonna have my baby and I'm gonna this inside of you. And
you have naivety at that age where people's words, I think that's one thing that you really garner as you get older is understanding that words really don't mean, like actions are what mean, like consistency are what mean. Like if their words don't match up with their actions, confusion is the answer.
But words are like, everything to someone in their early 20s.
Yes.
If you're like, you're the future this and we're going to get married and don't you wait, baby, we're going to have a baby. Like you believe it.
Yes.
And he's like, we're going to get a place together. Like I literally I rented this mansion in Hollywood for like $20,000 a month. I put $150,000 down for rental.
Yes.
Because he's like, we're gonna move in together. And then when I have my Halloween party, I find out he has like a whole girlfriend that he like lives with. And then just like, I wasted my entire savings thinking we're gonna like move in together, do all this stuff. And it's like, why? Because of his words. Did the actions reflected it? Obviously, I'm like,
and as you get older, you learn that by scenarios like that, you know,
but
or you just learn it.
Right. 3 years of my life, all these financial resources, me flying to see him, he's not flying me out, anything. And it's just, you look back and you're like, God, I'm so stupid. But I'm also like, well, a cautionary tale. I guess I was 22. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
like,
not stupid. You were like naive and taken advantage of. And that is,
he's
I
like
look
52.
back at so much of my life like that where I'm just like, oh my God, like you almost, it's like my brain will go to like, how did I not see that I was being manipulated? How did I not see that I was being groomed in this scenario? How did I not see that I was being mistreated here? How did I not see I was being lied to? But it's like, also at the same time, like you couldn't.
Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline. Financial stress can affect us more than we know. Financial stress affects more than our bank accounts. It can take a serious toll on mental health and relationships, with 88% of Americans feeling some form of financial stress at the start of 2026. I will say personally for me, financial stress was the make it or break it for our relationship. I wasn't completely honest about my spending habits and the debt that I was in like literally a month before marriage, which is something that you should definitely talk about. It's something that can like weigh on you, and sometimes you do need to seek help when dealing with financial stress because it can cause anxiety. It can be stress inducing. It can be so much more things. So while BetterHelp is not a financial advisor, obviously, but they do provide services and therapy to help you deal with the stress and anxiety that financial stress can cause.
And honestly, just piggybacking on that, it is so true. So many of the causes of stress in my early years had to do with finances. And then I ended up having to kind of work through my relationship with that in therapy later in life. And I'm always just going to tell people that it's the most helpful thing. You know, getting therapy is not admitting weakness. It is, you know, being strong. And BetterHelp is here to help.
BetterHelp therapists therapists work according to a strict code of conduct and are fully licensed in the U.S. BetterHelp does the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy's goals. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences. They have over 12 plus years of experience in industry-leading match fulfillment rate, which means they typically get you right the first time. If you aren't happy with your match, you can switch to a different therapist at any time from their Taylor recommendations.
With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. And it works. With an average rating of 4.9 out of 5 for a live session based on over 1.7 million client reviews.
BetterHelp has been around for as long as we've been making videos. I know everyone who has been sponsored by BetterHelp, and sometimes if you hear it enough, you just get curious. And when I found out about it, and just the ease of going to therapy without having to like go through like a phone book, oh my God, my age, or like go Googling. It's just nice to know that they have those recommendations that are tailored fit to you, which is great and why we love BetterHelp.
And it's so convenient that if you, sometimes I think the most discouraging part of therapy is if you feel like someone doesn't match you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And you need to find a new match, and doing that in person is so hard. I've used BetterHelp. It's great. It really is.
It is the best. So when life feels overwhelming, therapy can help. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/notloveline. That's betterhelp.com/notloveline.
Thank you so much to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline.
We love you.
Because you were so young.
You're so young.
you know?
And some of those relationships ended. Like my one when I was 18, he would be like, what did you think? Like, what, like you, like at the end of it, he's like, oh my God, what did you think? I actually was going to marry you.
So what did you think?
Yeah.
And it's like,
You told me. Like, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Like, you said. And that's why it makes you go crazy. And it really is just like a thing. So, yeah, you probably get the same thing. Like, reading back your own life, you do kind of think like, and so I often say in the book, yes, I know this seems so stupid, but like at the time, like this is what I believed and thought because you are so young, and young equals stupid sometimes because you're just not fully there. You just don't fully know. You're not the awareness. You don't know. You get jaded later on in life. So that's why this age gap of 60 and 23, you have the jaded people who are like, what? And then the 23-year-olds who don't know anything.
And I just don't like these Netflix shows starting to like leaning to exploitation. Like I live for Love is Blind. I live for like, because even Love is Blind, you're kind of exploiting people, but it's like more harmless, I guess.
Yeah, they're looking for the same thing. They're all the same age in the same area. Like, yeah.
Yeah, like it's just like.
Definitely. Well, that's why I was going with Mormon Wives. Have you kept up with any of the recent?
No, I tried to get into Mormon Wives and I just didn't. I did get into Taylor Frankie Paul a little bit. Like I understood. I was watching her scenes. She was more captivating. Like I was definitely like, wow, this girl is made for television.
So quick rundown then, like just because this is all happening in the current time, like production has stopped because, okay, so you know Dakota? Her baby daddy. It's her second baby daddy.
Okay.
So she's the Bachelorette. It starts next week. She's already filmed with the Bachelorette. Season 4 has just aired. It shows her leaving to go on the Bachelorette. Like she's going to the airport on the Bachelorette. The night before, it shows Dakota at her house leaving. Dakota is her baby daddy. They go back and forth. They're sleeping with other people. They're accusing each other. She calls him, was the sex good? Why didn't you tell me? Like they're very, very toxic. They're apart, but then she still likes him.
Yeah.
What they insinuated was they slept together right before she leaves for Bachelorette filming. Then she goes to film the Bachelorette. Bachelorette's done filming, right? Now they're filming for season 5 right now. Production has halted as of today because of a domestic violence called in by Dakota saying that Taylor Frankie Paul was abusive to him and their child Ever, who's 2. And so that's where we're at. And so everyone's like, well, why are they back together? She just did the Bachelorette, like all this stuff like that. So people are upset. For multiple reasons.
The ending.
Yeah, they're like, well,
but obviously there's 100 more problems about that than spoiling the ending of The Bachelor.
It's more like, it's all like, why would they pick her to be the Bachelorette if she's still in love with this guy? Like, we just saw it. Like, she invites Harry Jowsey over to make him jealous, and Harry's like, I didn't even know any of this. Like, I just showed up, like, whatever, like this whole thing. Yeah, it's a whole.
He is at the scene of the crime.
Him showing up at Mormon Wives was so crazy. I was like, what? I guess they were in LA for Dancing with the Stars, so he's like, all the wives invited me over, and I was like, that's weird because they're all wives, they all have husbands, like it's a very weird thing. But anyways, so that was the whole gag, and people were saying if it was flipped, would they allow a male bachelor to have the same past as far as like, you know, different fathers of the kids. Usually bachelors don't have any kids, so she has a couple kids with different 2 different guys. She's still hung up on him. She had the call on her before with the DV charge, and then this was the second time today. This is, I guess, alleged. It's that he said that she. I
just really think that we're in 2026, And people should be doing much deeper sanity checks on people before putting them on reality television. I know that a lot of shows do baseline checks. I know Love Island does that. I know
what's that mean, baseline?
Like a baseline mental health check. And there's a psychiatrist on set. Like I understand that, but I don't think that's enough. Like if someone is going through stuff and that, like, just because it makes great television, it's so sad to me. Like it's like, because like she might like wake up one day and like want to get therapy, want to try some medicines, like want to heal toxic. I don't know her like situation deeply enough, but then it'd be like, what has this done to my life? Like, it's just sad to me. It's so sad. I've always felt that way about like just certain reality television things where I'm just like, at the cost of what, a good show? There's a million
where do you
good
step
shows.
in? It's like, okay, they've had those charges. It happened again. I guess that's the whole point. I guess the production is stopped at the moment, and I guess they're stopping it. But it's like, where does it? I do feel, other people could get pulled from a TV show for less, you know what I mean, for it having something. But something like domestic violence is such a big thing currently, and then there's a child involved and everything like that. It is. I did love Taylor Frankie Paul so much, and I saw a guy on TikTok talk about it where he was just like, I know people like, why does it affect you? Why does it affect you? And he's like, it affects us because we like care, and it's like it is parasocial. We'll
especially with kids. I think caring about kids, it's like I've really been like, I don't know, like just lately I'm here in life. I'm 27. I have a lot of my friends around me who are similar in age. And whenever I'm seeing friends of mine get into toxic stuff, I'm like, before you know it, you're going to have a kid with this man, and then you're going to want a divorce from him, and you're going to be like, sad. You're not going to have as much time to like rewrite and like whatever. Like you could wake up one day and be 45 and you're with this man that you've been with since you were 28, toxic as hell. And like you have to, I don't know. I'm just like, think about things like before a child is involved. And like,
and then when a child gets involved, like her and Dakota, it's like, now you have a child. And they put them online. The other two can't be on the show because it's with a different person. But I care because I care deeply. I don't have parasocial with many people. I've always had parasocial with Taylor Frankie Paul in like a healthy way. I feel if you're online, if you're on a reality show, obviously you expect people to connect with you. That's why you put yourself out there. But then it does, like, the stuff hurts. Like when you see a friend be so toxic on both ends, right? They're both toxic. It's like, should we keep supporting this? Like, I loved her so much, and it's almost like I don't. And I was like, I'm gonna watch The Bachelorette, but it's like, do we keep supporting this? And now you have all these other men. Granted, probably all of them are not there for like love, but maybe some of them are. And then like, what, you're there to like string people? I don't know. The whole thing makes me really sad, and I get divisive about it because obviously,
and it's all just for like good TV.
And
it's like, ugh.
Yeah, exactly. They're like the ratings, and it's like, but is it worth it? And is it worth the drama? It's like we tune in for the drama, and Mormon Wives do have it. I think there's a difference between like petty drama between like Whitney and Jen and Dancing with the Stars versus like
I'm not saying reality television shows should be them literally reading the Book of Mormon, but if we get to a level of like sanity is not there and this is bad for someone's mental health, like stop.
Yeah, or stop filming it, stop promoting it. Like, I just don't understand that. Like, I got like this with the Kardashians too, and like they would always try to paint Tristan as like this amazing dad to Khloe's kids, and I was like, but he's not, and he wasn't, and he hasn't been, and he cheats, and like I don't care how much he's there for now. He's not a good parent to his other kids. He doesn't see that he says himself. He doesn't see one of his child, and like so it's just frustrating when people platform something that's like bad behavior and try to make it like okay.
And it's just like good TV again. Yeah, like it makes me sad. It's like, I don't know.
And some people are seated for it. Like, I get it. Like, it's the toxicity, the train wreck. But she is 31 and has kids. And it's like, okay, there is like that level. That's why I say like 30 is the level where I think you stop being messy, for the sake of just like not embarrassing your kids.
Yeah.
Either.
I just like, even The Bachelor, I just like, I don't know. I haven't been as like, I love reality TV as I used to be. I feel like I find myself watching old reality TV more where like, I don't know, where things were just sillier and it wasn't all like TikTok discourse and like, I don't know. Like I just.
Different times.
Yes. And like, just other shows, like a scripted show. Like I'm not trying to just watch people like chaotically blow up their lives. Like.
Yeah, it's tough. I think also when. I have to speak for me. Like when I've chaotically blown up my life, it's hard. It's hard to watch, and you're just like,
oh my god, what I would do to like instead of having done MTV, like gone to like a farm and like found God. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah, you have a great experience with that. So I guess that makes sense because you know how it all works, where they like push for like a storyline or something to happen or drama, and I guess that is a whole different thing. And with Taylor, she started off because people like an arc, right? But she started off to me in like a rock bottom-esque. She obviously got divorced because of the soft swinging scandal. Like, they soft swung and it didn't work out. People's feelings got hurt. She cheated. She went too far. Whatever. So there's already a low for her to come back from. And I feel like she did. We're like, wow, we're watching Taylor Frankie Paul triumph. And I think that's why I loved it, because I thought it was like so inspiring. I was like, she's been through some and it sucks, but like she's triumphing. And so then to do these relapses, it's like, it's really tough to watch. And I feel like
and like a year-long break from TV and finding yourself and like making sure your kid has the best mother and father and like whatever, and then coming back would be I would watch that. I would like live to watch that.
Yes,
you know,
yes. Like getting help is something we love to watch, and I think we also both have
even
experienced
that, even if like the premise of a season was like her trying different like life coaches and therapists and like
anything to get better,
trying no contact and like trying, you know what I mean, like
girl, because you just need it. It's like it's a risk at this point. Because the first call too was about her kids. Like she threw a chair and the kid was like in the house or something like that. That was, I believe, what was said in the police report. She just recently came out that she called Dakota, I guess allegedly again, 150 times in like 45 minutes.
And you know that if you're,
I've done it.
I was just gonna say, I've been 150 times. I've been.
But can I say, like,
you know, you're never in a good place.
But she has so many people support her and fans, and I will say it from my perspective too. It's almost like, I obviously have mental illness, but it's like an everyday struggle. But it actually is more motivating to know people are rooting for you so you don't relapse, because I'm like, I can't go on the internet and just cry again, because like that would let so many people down who like she's changing. There's times where I'm like, maybe I want to cry about something, but I'm like, maybe not on the internet. Maybe I can just like work through it myself. And I do. And it's so much better and healthier. But it's like trying not to let down the fans too. And I feel
that with like sobriety, there is this like, not only is it me, but like with other people, I'm like, I don't, you know what I mean? I'm doing this for something bigger than me.
Yeah. You like, start with yourself.
Yes.
But then people keep you on track, kids keep me on track, and the fans keep me on track, and it's like,
exactly.
And I
like, I want that for her.
The
I
positive
really do.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think she's had so many of these chances, and we're like, girl, we're tired, and then this happens, and you're back with Dakota, and you're like with him the night before you leave for the Bachelorette. It's just like, it's sad.
I also think that like, we need to start normalizing and talking about breaks, because it's like, if someone is really, you know, a polarizing star and a polarizing force. If Taylor Frankie Paul took a year off right now and she came back, people would tune in. It's not like you're in this point of your career and your life where taking this year off is going to like you over. And I think it's so easy when you're at that peak of attention and the dopamine from attention to convince yourself that if it's not at this height, that like you're failing and stuff. But like looking back on times in my life where I'm like that, like where I was like that as well, it's like, no, that like break would do you good and you could come back.
I agree.
You know?
It is hard. I will say I've loved that idea. I was like, when I met my rap, I was like, I should just go away for a year and come back healthy. And it's like, I'm so addicted to the internet and like being online that like I never was able to do that. But it does make such a difference if you do take time for yourself to do it. I don't know.
And just reality shows are also like so invasive. Like even if she just took a break from reality shows and was making TikToks about her like health journey, like you know what I mean? Like reality shows are they're waking you. You know, you're asleep and they're waking you, and like you're fighting with someone and they're waking you. You're like, and they're there. I mean, like it's just like so invasive. If you're not okay, like that's like so damaging.
Yeah, reality shows I can't do. That's very Demi Lovato too. She said at the height of her like in Disney Channel days, like Sunny with the Chances, when she had to like step away, but she thought she was gonna like no one was gonna care, that she was gonna like lose momentum if she stepped away, but she like stepped away. She's like, I just couldn't do it anymore. And took a break and went to rehab, of course. But
yeah, because I think that when you're in that cycle, you like the momentum. You convince yourself that if the momentum stops at all, you're gonna lose everything that you like wanted so badly or worked for. But it's about like backing up and realizing like, no, I'm gonna lose everything I wanted so bad and worked for if I keep like showing up to the forefront while I'm not okay.
And the comeback is even greater. That's why I always wish I could take a break, because I did anyways, because the comeback would be greater. It's like, wow, she's so different, you know, because it's hard to see the change when you see someone every day. So if you're always seeing someone online, you're like, well, they're kind of the same person. It takes time, but it sucks. I was like really sad. The parasocial of it all. Did you see the KeKe Palmer parasocial of it all?
The person proposing and the people on stage.
Yes.
Oh my God. Though she is.
I know.
KeKe Palmer
she
is beauty. She is grace. She is Miss American Race. Like, I actually have like a huge fear of that, because I've had a lot of things happen, but I've never had a stalker, like knock on wood, show up to something to do something like that. And it is a big fear of mine that I'll always live with.
I guess she has that South. It happened, right? At Canceled, someone came up to the stage?
Yes, but it wasn't like a proposal.
What was it?
It was a girl who was having a break. Like she had a break, like a manic break or like whatever. And she was there with her friends. And like, I guess her friends were just saying she was kind of like super off and just not in a good space and whatever. And she charged the stage. At first we were like, okay, drunk girl just wanted attention. And then to kind of find out like, no, she was someone who was sober, but in a really crazy headspace was like horrifying. You know what I mean? And
how quick did security respond? She comes up on stage.
I didn't have Ray yet. So it was just venue security. And that was the moment that like radicalized me. And I hired like my personal bodyguard who was a cop like all of his life in the military, all of his life. He's done like every major celebrity. He is like level 10. I love Ray. Like he's like my dad at this point in life. But I hadn't had him fully. And then I was like, okay, we need personal bodyguards in chairs on the stage with us dedicated to like our being on our person.
Just watching
versus
you,
venue security was kind of like, ooh, blocking the stage. Yeah, because Ray would never let someone get on the stage.
That's what
Do you
happened.
know what I mean?
That was the discourse with the KEKE Palmer was that it took so long. There was like one security female that was kind of like pulling, but he was still on that stage, and KEKE was like trying to figure out like what.
That's why I don't do venue security, no matter how, no matter what I'm doing, even this college speaking, like, and it's like, and a lot of times people won't pay for it, so then you're paying out of pocket of your pay, and it's expensive. But like, no matter what I'm doing, I want someone like Ray knows everything about me. Like we are like family, you know what I mean? And like. Because venue security just, you never know what you're going to get. I've had venue security be hammered. There was a show I did in New Orleans where all the venue security was absolutely faced. Wow. And it's like, what? You know what I mean? Or just people who are, almost like they're putting the person who was selling the popcorn last night in the outfit at the front. And like, just, I can't, I don't play like that now because people are insane. And I've learned that the hard way, you know?
Right. And that's, I guess that was... Right, that was like the thing. I guess people in the audience said he was coming in and out, and they had told somebody on KEKE's team like this person's like being weird. Like people kept talking like we saw this guy coming in and out, and he was like acting weird.
Yes,
and no one said anything because it was at South by Southwest, I think. So,
it enraged me. Like I would be lying if I said that it didn't enrage me. I mean, I have to understand that like a lot of other people just don't understand what that's like.
Yes.
And so like those people on stage were probably just trying to kind of keep the panel moving and respond with levity in order to kind of people make jokes when they're uncomfortable. And I understand, but like if that was me, I already know how enraged I would have been. And KEKE like kept it right. You know what I mean?
She was moderating, and then someone there was like, oh, I wish I got all these proposals or something, men proposals. And then obviously trying to make light of something that was like so weird and like what.
Yes.
And she was trying to figure out, and she like ended up apologizing. KEKE's like, I'm so sorry, everybody. Let's just go back to which is crazy. I think I would have been like you, where I would have been like, just I'm out for the day. Like, sorry, everybody. Like, refund. It just, but yeah, I think there is a difference between like
her response was also like very brave. I'm not gonna lie. I have chills right now, full body chills, because I wouldn't respond like that. I would say like I would almost placate it. I would be like, yes, oh my God, oh baby, of course, until security got them out. Because a lot of times in those situations, if you tell someone, I don't know you, like we don't know each other, and I'm not your wife, and I'm not, they snap. And that's how people, unfortunately, like, you know, I'm knocking on all the things here, but that's how people get hurt. Is because then the person is like, but we do know each other, and we do, you know, they're so mentally ill that they think, he thinks he's married to her, he's proposing to her, and they've been together. So if her response was so brave, I was like, oh my God, like I would do the exact opposite of that. I would literally act like a insane person to the whole crowd and be like, my husband's here, everybody. Help. Oh wow.
Like, yeah. You just don't know. Yeah, I guess until you're in that situation. But I think there's like healthy, and I think there's like those ones. Obviously, I'm for parasocial relationships in the sense because I feel I'm parasocial with like a lot of people. Like I truly love like a Donny Osmond. I truly love. You know, there's certain things because you think you know them and everything like that. Obviously, if you have mental health issues, obviously that's like goes into play, and if they're untreated, because like it's a very common sign, even of borderline, to have like grand delusions, like be very much like, oh, I could be dating Brad Pitt, like in my single years, like I'm like, oh, that's probably gonna happen, like that Brad Pitt will probably like want to marry me, like, and obviously I never got like extreme situations like stalking or anything, but I know how those feel on like a very low like level scale, of it, where I'm just like, oh, you know, you feel like you could date someone because you're like, oh, we would, and people date fans. I mean, that's a thing. So it's not, but when it gets like
it's
unhinged.
just when it's that when they think that they are. So that's what's like.
And it's a mental health
and it is
issue.
Like people I've dealt with in the past. There were moments where I do feel like, God, that's sad, but also like, please stop.
Yeah,
please. Like it's a two-way thing.
No, you definitely need help. I think whenever you have like a mental, and I think people know, and if you didn't know, it's a wake up call. I guess he's like, oh, maybe, you know, you should get help. But, you know, also, like, there's just not enough mental health resources. Like, it should be as free as, like, healthcare in Canada. You know what I mean? It should just be something where, like, people can get mental checks and medications.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
Especially in America, like, just the mental, it's so expensive. All of it is so expensive.
Therapy's
but
expensive.
also that type of mental illness is so scary because you believe nothing is wrong with you.
Thank you so much to DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode of Not Loveline. 3, 2, 1. We have liftoff on DraftKings Casino's Daily Rewards Rocket Turbo. Play $50 this week to upgrade next week's reward. You'll get 4 chances at 10,000 in credits every day. Head to the DraftKings Casino app and start playing to turbocharge your daily rewards in partnership with DraftKings Casino. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In Connecticut, help is available from gambling. Hold 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. 21 plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. Eligible restrictions apply. 3 launches per day. 4 rewards. Launches expires each day at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. Earn additional launch for following week for competing play requirements. Play requirements vary. Non-withdrawable rewards and amounts vary per launch and are subject to game and expiration limits. Terms at casino.draftkings.com/promos. Sponsored by DK Crown Holdings, Inc. Thank you so much to DraftKings for sponsoring today's episode.
He genuinely could believe that him and KEKE are dating and to the point where he should propose. You know, so he's not going to seek treatment. You know what I mean? Like that, which is wild. But she handled it so bravely, and like, I'm sure now all of the people on stage have learned the lesson of like, you know, but
get
like
the tighter security. Like I said, it's expensive, and a lot of times you don't get paid to moderate. Sometimes you just go there to do it, and it's a whole thing. But
and it is like, it's also so expensive for anyone. Like even just it is so expensive. So I like get the being like, I'm going to South by Southwest. That's a very safe thing. I'm speaking at a panel. That's a very calm, controlled environment. That's a very like. But the paranoia, like just once you have something like that happen once, it plagues you to a point where you are so willing to make less money.
Yeah. Like, you know, maybe I don't need to do all these appearances. Excited for Lollapalooza? Ooh. We were just talking about that when you were in the bathroom. They're
Amari's going to go.
They were gagged. Were you gagged for it? Devin was gagged.
I'm gagged for it. I've never been to a Lollapalooza.
Because you did travel to Chicago, right? Yes. That's where it is. Chicago, yeah.
I do love Sienna Spyro so
is that, everyone
much.
Gagged. Who is this? She's a new one. I haven't heard about her.
She is like a baby Adele. Her vocals are so impressive. Her whole vibe, like even your hair right now is very Sienna Spyro.
Ooh, okay.
Like she is, her vibes are so cool. She's a sweetheart. I love her. I want to see her live really bad, but I don't know. Lollapalooza's far, and I usually have about one festival in me a year.
You're doing Coachella,
days.
And that's
even
it.
Coachella, I'm debating like coming home. I have something to tell you.
Oh, I love this. The look in your eye is so exciting. What is it?
I'm debating coming home one day early because Bieber's on Saturday, and I have something on Monday. Jimmy, you're going to have to bleep this.
I would cancel everything before that. I would just be like, I'm detoxing in bed. I'm just like, you know, loose skin, everything. I would just be like, okay, yeah. Make sure you get rest at least, you know.
Yeah, so I think I'm dipping out of Coachella early because Mama has bigger things to do that Monday, which is crazy. To have anything bigger. I know.
Wow. Are you so excited?
I love you, first of all. You are like
that's epic.
Everybody get you a friend like Trisha Paytas.
But are you kidding me? No, you've taught me to be such a good friend too. Like I feel like I was getting there before I met you, but your like excitement for other people and just being like everyone wins is like, and I felt that ever since we met, it's like me being excited for other people. It's like, wow, everyone does win. And I feel like with this, it's also like your dream. Because I'm such a fan too. Like I'm such a fangirl of people that if I was invited by that person for that person, like I would be like, what do you mean? You know, like I know, especially, and yours isn't just a phase with this person. Like this has been a thing. So
okay,
it's like,
so obviously everyone knows.
No, do they? I don't know.
Something might happen, and still, you know how I feel. If it doesn't, it's not meant to be.
But you're in the area, you feel the energy, and it's just that's it. It's gonna be good energy regardless. And
I know
the fact that you're invited. I feel like being invited to something is the privilege for anything.
100%. I'm like So I will be probably missing Young Thug at Coachella, which I'm a little sad about, but it'll be okay.
Yeah, no, oh my God, that's so no, that's huge. That's everything.
I know.
This is it was, I think Brittany Broski talked about it, how she was like in Paris Fashion Week and they told her they had to be home. And she's like, I'm not going to be home. And like, but Harry Styles is going to be on. It's the only day. And she's like, okay, I'm going to be home. You know, so it's like your Harry Styles where it's just like, okay,
Yes.
Yeah, no, you make anything work for sure.
I know. And I'm really, honestly, I need to like petition that you go with me. Like I literally we have to go together.
I mean, I would love, but like that seems...
Okay, perfect. I'm on it.
But that seems like, I mean, it's crazy though too. Also, it's your thing too. But I would love to support you.
And,
I'd love to be there. You know, me just being like, I would love to also see, but
and like imagine us together, like.
Oh my god, it would be everything. But don't feel pressure and don't feel
And
like
I'm
weird.
gonna try. Of course, I want you there.
Did they say like a +1 or no?
Oh my god, I'm finding out.
You're queen of bringing, like, I think there was another event we were both invited to, and like, oh, you can only bring one person. Then I text you, I'm like, who are you bringing? And like, there was like 3 people on your list. I was like, all right, love that.
I am the.
She's the queen of asking. She's like, what's the worst they can do?
No, I do love.
I am the worst they can do is say no.
That's great. I think that I'm the opposite. Like, if I go to anything, I like most like, okay, I'll come too. I was like, no, you can't come. They didn't tell me I could bring anyone. Like, I'm very like that. But I
I also think
like
that's
you.
a great way to be. I think that Kris Jenner has this quote where she's like, if someone's telling you no, you're asking the wrong person. And I took that and ran with it.
That's a great
like
quote.
It's funny. The other day, I didn't want to go get Botox alone, okay, right? And I call Amari, and I just have the pitch. I'm with Makoa, and I have the pitch of a century to him. I'm like, you can get it too. We can have such a fun car ride. Like, let's go. We have tea to talk about. We can talk about this and this and this in the car. Like, you were just in Vegas. And like, obviously, Amari says yes because he's my best friend. He's so sweet. And I hang up, and Makoa just looks at me, and he goes, you know exactly how to get whatever it is that you want.
You are good.
And I'm like, it's so true.
You are so good. Yeah, I feel like in person too. You just have that energy and that vibe. That's like everything. You're like a. I was gonna say like Taylor Frankie Paul. Minus the domestic abuse charges and stuff like that. You're like the Taylor Frankie Paul, where you're just so charming and beautiful that like just like everyone's just like whatever you want, Tana. And you know,
I look at it more as like begging. Like I'm a big beggar.
No, you have charm.
Like, I'm very pleased.
I can never be like mad or upset or anything like that. It's like if you're late, I'm just like because when I see you in person, you're like a puppy dog. You're just like, I love you. You're so sweet. You're so understanding. You're just like okay, like
That's
it's just
you
you're very
loving
that.
me,
No,
and
but you're with that with everyone. Everyone thinks that about you. You're that loving.
Except for the people who I've just done drastically wrong.
Well,
in the past.
maybe, yeah,
But
that's the thing I don't know about.
I think it's more less charming and like just America's sweetheart
You
and
have
more
charm.
beggar. I'm a big beggar. Like,
Okay, shut up. Fine.
yes,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
big
yeah.
on shut up fine because shut up fine is still yes.
No, you're so brave. I never ask for anything.
No, but like, and get this, you're so respectful.
I'm too respectful. It doesn't get you anywhere. You got to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get, is what they
But
say.
I will be asking people for the craziest shit. I get a lot of no's in life
Do
too.
you?
Of course. I'll be
That's
asking for the
amazing.
craziest shit,
It's
you know?
amazing you can handle rejection that way. I feel like if I get a no, I'm like paralyzed for the rest of my life. I'm just
It
like,
depends on what it is, I guess, but I really do try to live by like the worst someone can say is no. Obviously, boundaries. Like, I'm not ever gonna try to ask someone something that like is super disrespectful or like insane or like if I don't know someone well enough or whatever. But I think shooting your shot is very important.
I think that's great advice. I
And
think
like
that's the
even
best.
this opportunity that's coming up, like that I just told you about, is from straight begging.
I can't believe you didn't. Because we're like 5-6 hours into hanging out. Like I can't believe you didn't tell me this.
I forgot. Like
That is
how
crazy. That's
my-
like an opener.
I know. My life honestly is just very, very hectic right now in the best way.
Like so you're thinking like one day at a time.
Yes, even tomorrow I'm like spending the day with Chelsea Handler and I'm just like, that's Wednesday for me. And then Thursday I'm like unbanned from the win and going to Vegas and shooting all this stuff that I'm really excited about. And like,
your vibrations are high today, so I think that's why
and
everything's like going good.
we just shot for our Vegas, I was going to say residency again.
It's our
show
residency.
that I want to be a residency so bad. June 12th. I keep almost saying March 12th. Like, did that already happen?
March
Right?
12th already happened a long time ago.
yeah.
June 12th is where it's at. But even out there, you were like so excited, like this is the best day ever. And I was like in the garage with like,
Oh yeah, there's a craps table, like life size, true to size. Like it's not plastic; it's a real functioning table in the garage. Like I just feel like so many things. I don't know. I feel like you.
Yeah.
I literally like. It is so funny how much I discuss like manifestation because like just how many things happen where like your manifestation where I'm like the Trisha effect is so real and it's so crazy like.
so powerful. Like what you think is like will come true. Like it's crazy.
And like
or what you talk about.
I hope that our friendship is also a testament to people that sometimes in life, like even if you're happy in your current friendships or whatever, or if like, let's say, I don't know, let's say maybe you have things that aren't serving who you are now anymore or whatever, like that there is someone out there who can like be your friend and like I don't know that you guys can vibrate so high on. Like I feel like in the time that our friendship has developed, I've learned so much from you about manifesting a dream life and stuff. And it's like I don't know. It just like it goes to show that like even if some friendships come to a close or they're at different capacities that they were and like and I'm not thinking of anyone in specific. I'm just thinking of like me kind of going sober, getting rid of a lot of party friends, like just different things.
Different
like,
lifestyle.
Yeah, and just like that there's someone out there that like can teach you so many things even if you feel like, you know what I mean?
I feel that with you and like someone so much younger than me. It's just like it's so crazy to like learn so much. Because again, writing the book, it's like you are mentioned in the book, and it's like so crazy to write about a time in my life that we like weren't friends and didn't know each other, and I was in such like the lowest part of my life, and you're like there and like the parallels of it, but also at the time you're so. Even though you're different, it was a long time ago, maybe 7 years ago, and obviously, like, your sobriety and stuff is so different, but you were still the same person as far as, like, I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I say morals is the right thing, but just the same energy, the same girl-coded way that you are now, you were back then. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, it was like the same person. It was almost like you were there, and it was just like, I was just so, like, I don't know, not... I guess I wasn't able to either. You were so young, and it was just such a different vibe. But it was
no, and you were being like dragged down by something. So I saw this TikTok the other day that was like, I got sad about my relationship ending, and I'm remembering that I'm at the age that Trisha was at when she was in that relationship, and like my Moses is like still out there. You know,
that is actually so true because I was 30, so that means you were 20, which is like crazy to think about because I was like, oh my God, like writing it in that perspective and obviously writing it with hindsight, I was like, oh my God, I always think of you as just this. And I also think of you as like my age because you've been around so long too, and we've just been parallel for so long. So I always think of us the same age, like, oh my God, you were 20 and acting so much more. And I just feel, I like cried. I was like thinking about how awful so many of the situations were that you in and how you just kind of like, you handled it like so strongly. But at 20, and I felt, in a way, I felt like I let you down. Like I felt like I should have like done more, and I like so many other people should have done more for you. It was just like sad, and I was
You're gonna
like,
make me cry.
I know, I got really emotional about it because I was like rereading it, obviously for like proofreads and taking things out and stuff, and I was just like, damn, like no one really like looked out for you. It was actually so insane, and you handled it so well.
But we looked out for ourselves, and like this is making me tear up, but it's really sweet of you. But like, hindsight is always 20/20, right? And everything, and like we were both victims to so many other worlds, I guess, right? That like we were entered in so many worlds that we ended up being victims of, and perceived as these things, and just over and whatever, and we carried ourselves out of that, and then we got to come together as these like powerhouses. And I like
coming out of it, we made it out.
Like I just believe that timing is everything.
Yeah.
I always think about that. I think that like the connection that we have, we just wouldn't have had this connection that's like this deep and means so much to me at like any other points of our lives. Like we were so meant. Like it really is something like our friendship is the type of thing to make me believe in the universe.
Yeah,
because we were so close in proximity to each other for so long. Yeah, but the universe knew it wasn't our time yet.
I would have been, and I think I know about the time. Like I said, the thing I learned from you the most is just like girlhood and being like cheering for women and like there's enough room for everyone. Like I've learned that so much from you. Even like early on, I remember like being like the way that you could still be friends with people who like whatever. I was like, wow, she's really like she's really a girl's girl, and I was never like that. So I think back then. And probably even back then when I was like writing this, it's like, oh yeah, I was like so jealous and I was so bitter, but it was like in the wrong place. You know what I mean? And I think that's like, and it wasn't your fault, it wasn't anyone's fault. And it was just like, wow, I'm like, and now to like be your friend and like learn so much from you and also just see it's like, it's good. And I'm glad you made it out of there because like there was one part that I observed, but there were so many other things. And it just like was sad to watch just everyone around just be.
Yeah. I am so excited to see Tana and Trisha take Vegas on June 12th at the Cosmopolitan at the Chelsea.
Yes. Well, you can get tickets at SeatGeek. They might be available there and you can find out the best deals, best thing. Maybe while we're in Vegas, maybe we'll go to the Sphere, see Backstreet Boys. Maybe we'll see a Billy Joel impersonator, Donny Osmond. Who knows? You're like all excited about that. So SeatGeek has you covered for all types of events. We just saw Paw Patrol. If you like someone that likes sports, they got sports for you. There's something for everyone on SeatGeek. With over 35 million downloads, SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app.
There are more than 70,000 events listed on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. So many artists going on tour right now, like Bruno Mars, Zara Larsson, Lady Gaga, Cardi B, Chris Stapleton, Ariana Grande, and more. So grab your tickets now.
Yeah, SeatGeek has your back. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so you know you're getting a good deal. Look for the green dots. Green means good. Red means bad. Plus, every ticket is backed up by their buyer guarantee. They have great customer service all the time, so while you're at the event, you can always call them. You can also see what's the best deal, what's the best bang for my buck. Here is a hack. Look at the day of an event. Sometimes you get those really good deals because people are like, I can't go. I'll just sell them for anything. Sometimes getting that last minute ticket is where it's at.
Get your Vegas tickets now. Babe. Concert season is right around the corner. To make it even better, you can use code NOTLOVELINE10 for 10% off your SeatGeek tickets. That's 10% off with promo code NOTLOVELINE10.
Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app and have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. Thank you, SeatGeek, for sponsoring today's episode.
Viva!
SeatGeek!
SeatGeek. We love you, SeatGeek. But it is, I mean, that's something I'm talking about in my book so much too. Like how not having a father's love, even at the age of like from 7th grade on, like that's kind of where I'm at now, immediately started like, you know what I mean? Snowballing into like actions that I was doing and the ways I was presenting myself, which then put me in so many scenarios that now I look back and it's like, holy I deserve better from the jump, or I would have never gotten into those like scenarios and stuff like that, you know?
And I think that part too, and like we're so similar, I'll get off this because we talk about a lot, but it's you know, like me in my early 20s when I dated like people in their 50s and stuff, it's like you kind of just go along with it and you think everything's fine, but like later on being like, that was like kind of fun. And I realized that, and it's like, it is so, it's like very triggering, and then it's like, anyways, I'm just glad that you made it out, because like so many girls do go, you know, they just get a little unhinged because that's the way they were conditioned and made by.
Well, that was I thought that love wasn't love if I didn't have to fix it. You know what I mean? So I think that I innately looked for like broken environments. I think that I also would believe that like I wasn't going to get the attention or the whatever, the care or the whatever, if I wasn't sexualizing myself. And then we saw like all of the things like that like played out because of that. Like, just, you know what I mean? Like so many things like that.
Yeah, the way that one little thing could change, and in a way, like it like, not to be like you're the reason, but like you're the reason, like a pivotal moment in my life that something like ended, and it was and we talk about it at length because there's like 2 different instances, obviously something that you're not even aware of, but it was like 2 pivotal things that I would have never ended this really toxic like part of my life if it wasn't for you, like the way. But it made me sad for you because you were literally like this pawn that someone else was doing stuff with, and it was just like, damn. But if it wasn't for that, I don't think I would have ever been out of the toxicity, and I would have gone even more crazy, you know what I mean? So I was like, it pushed me out of something, and I was like, oh, thank God. And then when I look back at that, I was like, oh my God, that was crazy. That was such a crazy time. But it made me feel bad for you, because I was like, on the end of the day, we're like, I guess to watch something is just so crazy, because like I wouldn't watch so many things until I have to watch back things.
I know, I haven't gotten to that part of the writing process yet.
It like rips you apart, and that's why I've talked about Shane so much in the past couple of years, because I was watching our old videos, and it's just like, God, it's such a different lens when you look back. And I know people are like, God, you bring all this stuff up, but when you're writing, you're engulfed in it. Obviously, you're still in your childhood, but mine was such a YouTube arc that I had to watch videos to remember, because I'm like, I don't know the timing, I don't know this, and I'm like watching videos.
God, that's gonna suck.
It's a little triggering. Like honestly, like I definitely had been like taking therapy sessions that I were not taking before, because I was just like, this is like a lot to handle.
Yes, because you do like, I think even like, the other day I was doing this press thing and they were just showing me like the bleach and tone video, and I see clips of it. But when it comes to actually clicking on that video and watching it, like I never have, right?
Wow.
And when it comes to like TanaCon, like I think that I'm not like, like I'll see clips and stuff, but I'm not like MTV. I've never watched like other than clips or like trying to react to clips for something, but I've never sat and really watched it and really sat back in that time. The Jake Paul stuff, same. I've never gone back and like all of that, and I know that I'll have to get to that part. So it's I can't imagine,
because they'll be like, what did you say? What did they do? How did they react? And you're like, you remember it from what you remember, but you're like, let me just watch.
And it's so different to like see yourself. You know what I mean? To like see. I had this like night like a while ago. This was probably like almost a year ago. But I was going through old vlog footage for something on my phone, and I found this time that I had like I went to my grandma's house in Texas, and I vlogged. And I don't think this vlog ever made the internet. But for some reason, what I was doing at her house was going through old photos. Like there was lots of photos of me as a baby, and I've never seen these. I don't have any. I always talk about that. I don't have any baby photos of myself at all, because I never like got any. So I just like, I only have like my memories from like what I've looked at. Do you know what I mean?
Wow, yeah.
And I never remember doing this. And I was looking at all these photos, and I was like, you know, I remember it all through my lens, but I'm not like seeing that girl and being like, oh my God, that blanket, I loved that blanket.
Yeah.
Or like that shirt, that was my favorite shirt. Like, and like really humanizing that girl versus thinking about it POV.
Yeah,
you know,
you don't remember it until you see a photo, which is why photos and videos are powerful. I think now kids have better memories. Mel remembers everything about you, about everything about your dog, about everything. She'll look at the photos and videos. So she like never forget. She'll never forget the dog. She'll never forget, like, you know what I mean? She never forgets these things. things because of that. And it's a powerful thing. And it's sad that you don't have more of that from your child. But maybe for the better, I guess, if you've had a rough childhood, maybe it could remind you of some bad things.
I think it just humanizes it all. Even there was this photo of my parents that was in it, and they were super young. And like I don't remember ever filming this. Like to my knowledge of like my brain capacity, it was my first time ever seeing this photo when I was looking at it on my phone. Like obviously I filmed that, but I didn't remember. And they were like my mom like looked similar to like my age, and my dad like didn't look so old and like up. And I was just like I was sobbing because I was like, at the end of the day, she was just a girl who wanted to make it work. And they were just like this couple on this trip. And then like, you know what I mean? Like having a laugh and like envisioning and hoping it could work. And then mental health like got the best of them, you know? And it was like, it's so humanizing.
That's a good way to look at it. It's good you can look at it that way, being through what you've been through, because like children should never be neglected like you were. But if you can look at it, I guess that's like a healthier way to be. But it does suck. That's what sucks about being a parent, is you don't know until you have a kid if you're going to be a good or bad parent. And then that kid is going to deal with the repercussions if you're bad or good. And
that's my biggest fear.
Yeah, it's a valid fear.
Like, it's such a huge fear, you know, where I'm just like, that is like, and I think I'll really over research. I think I'm that type of person. I have to find a way to like cope. Like when it comes to parenting, I already know the second I think I'm ready, I'm going to be like, hitting the book. That's the GED I'm going to get. Yeah. You know, where I'm like, and in reality, like you can only learn so much by reading 500 books on parenting. You learn by doing, and I'm going to be so scared.
But you'll be so good. I think in general, people who didn't have like great moms, it could either be a cycle and you could be a bad mom, but it's not going to be for you because you just know you're like you're a protector of the children. You know what I mean? Die. Yeah,
I would genuinely rather die than be a bad parent. Because I feel the effects of what that is every single second of every single day.
That's why I know you'll be a good mom, and I feel that way too. When I feel myself lagging, or if I felt myself going into like postpartum or something, I always, if I couldn't be the best mom, try and get help to help with the kids.
100%.
Because it's like, okay, I'm going through something and I need help with it. And but that makes a good mom, you know? And
and even just self-awareness help. You know what I mean? Like how much I wish my mom would have been like, let me try Prozac. You know, like let me, and their generation was different. You know what I mean? So it's like,
well, that's the thing. And you have resources, and that's kind of the sucky part of America too. It's just like childcare is so expensive, and it's like people can't afford to get help, you know, but when you do have resources, it makes it easier. But I always see people all the time on TikTok being like so supportive of stay-at-home moms that they like take them to daycare because it's like everyone needs a break, everyone needs this, and anyways,
so that you can come back though.
Yeah, to be the best version of yourself. And it does suck that we don't have more accessibility to like people helping their village. Like they say the village is no longer there. It says it takes a village to raise a kid, and it's like the village is not there anymore. Like people just are doing it on their own. It's like it makes it harder to be a parent.
And it's so impressive to me. It is so impressive to me.
Yeah.
Like just, and single moms and just like all of it is so
the whole other world for sure. That's like, wow, it's a lot of, I don't know. We really went all the way around, but I love it. It's like, where do we? I love it though. I love it. And I think you'll be a good mom.
That so effortlessly, like truly, like what did we even start this episode out with? I couldn't tell you. Gun to my head. I have no idea. But I like when we get into flow state too. You know?
I did feel like that, and I loved it. It felt like therapy where we're just like talking yes and this, yes and.
I
we're just like
genuinely forget about the cameras here too, which I think is so nice, you know. But then again, also, what am I saying? It's so funny. I've been trying to film like some solo stuff too, and I filmed something the other day about like love and relationships. And Kyle, like he said something like just filming it. He wasn't saying it like in a bad way at all. And he was like, "Yeah, it's just taking like a while because you've jumped from like topic to topic to topic to topic." And I'm like, "Damn, like my solo podcasts may be just like the most insane ADHD stream of consciousness like ever. Like I'm, you know."
To do one have you ever done one by yourself, just like completely talking by yourself?
No, I have.
Really?
And it is so wild.
So you're just talking about whatever's. No, I don't think I've ever done one.
And I think that it made me really, really grateful. This is the dumbest thing ever to say, but like when you're silent or you're thinking about what you're going to say next, someone else is not there to help you. Like you are just awkwardly sitting there until you gather your thought. You know what I mean?
Just Trish was 100% supposed to be solo because I'm like, I'm done having people to like rely on if they end the podcast, whatever, like, you know what I mean? Because whatever, I've been through like enough of those. And I was just like, I'm going to do it to myself. And then I realized like, I want to talk to someone about what I'm talking about. And it's like, it is hard, but you are very good. Again, your story times obviously is like why you're like known. That's how you started. And you're just so good at telling a story.
But it's like, it is like, even the other day I did one we were in Cabo and I was just having like a really bad like mental health day, and it was like about my family and just that I was going through in life like right now and whatever. And I went super deep on just like Amari's family and how essentially like these people chose to heal wounds that they didn't create, which is such a noble thing to do, to be like, you know, putting the Band-Aid on the wound that you didn't create. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just like was on about that like tangent for like an hour. And afterwards the camera goes off and it's just like me and Kyle in the room. And it's like, you know, it's like, so what should we have for dinner?
There? I love it, but why is he there?
Just to like check camera, check audio, like, you know,
you don't want to
like
flip it around and just like push record and look at the red button, see if it's still
I
there.
could, but then you know I would be handing over some corrupted ass file.
Funny. I love it. I think that's so funny. It'd be interesting to like open up and just one of the person's behind the camera. I'd be like,
yeah, like it definitely it creates, because then afterwards sometimes him and I will just rant. He'll be like I had no idea that I had this similarity in my childhood to yours. Like it almost created like, because you have to just be so comfortable with this person, to be able to like do it. You know what I mean? Like with them in the room.
oh, that's,
you know?
Jimmy, our editor. Jimmy, love you. And Jimmy will always text me something about like what I said that day. He's like, you know what? I've also been through, like, we have stepmom issues, and he's like, I also have a stepmom that's like, and it's cool because he has to watch everything and you like get to know, and it's just like, yeah, it's kind of, I guess, nice then that way the connection, it's like, okay, we're there, all the stuff you cut. Yeah, should we? Yes.
I can confirm you have done a solo episode by yourself.
Have I done a solo episode of just Trish?
The Dish with Trish.
Oh, what? Oh.
Dish with Trish was because Jordan Morona was on that, right?
He was. Oh, right. Was that during quarantine?
Yeah, you did a whole episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was
that.
definitely, that was horrible. And that's why it started flopping. Yes, Jordan was on the first two episodes.
Like that is so funny. He was like, he is, I guess. Like, I don't know, I'm saying was. Like, he's like, okay, whatever, Jesus. A good conversationalist.
And that was weird because we just didn't know each other that well. Like, he only was like a guest manager for me for like a month or something. And it was like, oh, let's just sit on the podcast. It was when I was marrying Brad Pitt. I remember being like, I'm getting married next week. And he's like, to who? I'm like, I can't tell you. It was like really weird. And I was very unhinged at that time.
I like specifically remember begging him to tell me because I thought that he knew and was keeping it from us. Yes.
Oh, that's so funny. I think that's like, yeah, I remember, I remember like wanting to work with him because of you. And I was thinking, wow, because you did have so many things happening. You do have so many things happening, but that was like such a
what
big
a time.
Well, 2015, we just found out you were nominated for that award for social. Who won, you said?
Social Star Award, and the winner was
Social Star Award in 2015.
I actually don't know.
You were nominated.
Radio.
Did you go?
Yes, I remember I was wearing this dress and I was trying to hold up the dress to my with fashion tape and it wasn't working. Like the tape just showed the whole time and like was falling, and like I remember Billie Eilish was there and I was like, and it was like mermaidy. It was like such an embarrassing thing to be wearing.
See what you looked like. 2015. That's a lot. How old were you?
I have no idea.
Is that 11 years ago? So you're 20.
No, it had to have been like 2018.
Agnes Mo.
No, you said 2015, right? 2015?
2019.
Oh,
Yeah,
20.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Agnes Mo?
Agnes Mo
Okay.
was the winner.
Work, Agnes Mo.
Work, Agnes. I don't even like. I think.
Did you went?
Yes, but I think they didn't air it. I think it was one of those awards where the person like wins. Just this was especially at that time. They're not airing like social media star. Like they're not.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I love that you were nominated for that. 2019 was your year.
That
you
was
did Creator of the
yes.
Year. That was like your year.
That was like the attention maxing, and it is so funny seeing that like. Theoretically, attention maxing can bring you accolades, right? But like, at what cost?
Yeah, that was
like I was so mentally
were you?
unwell. Like
in 2019?
2019, I think might have been like the most. 2019 and 2020.
Wow.
My addiction wasn't bad, but I also think that 2019 and 2020 was probably the cause of a lot of my addiction then snowballing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All of those years, you couldn't pay me
crazy.
$1 million to relive 2019 through like 2021
Oh, that's
again.
an interesting thing. I didn't know that because I would have thought the opposite because you had all that stuff happening.
Yeah, like that's what's so funny to me is that like so many crazy things happened at that time that will like never happen again, and just like wild things where I'm like, but I said you couldn't pay me $1 billion.
Your whole book is just 2019. Your second book is all that. You're like, the second book will be 2019.
It really, I know at this point I'm like, damn, is one childhood and is one, you know, all the other stuff.
Honestly, 2019 was my worst year ever too, and I always say that, but that's why we always say 2020. I think Oscar said 2019 was a horrible year for him. 2020 was like a cultural reset for so many people because it was like we needed that because it was like I was wilding out too. 2019 was my spiral, so
yes,
that could be a whole other.
There was
thing
something
too.
in the air at that time.
they're like 2020 needs to happen to
Yes.
like do it. Should we take a question or are we out of time?
Let's take one quick question.
Okay.
It's kind of perfect for this episode.
Next one, we are doing all questions right
have
away,
a
no
call-a-thon
talking.
next.
Yes, we're
Yes,
doing
ma'am.
thumbs up, thumbs down.
I was joking that we just try to take as many calls as possible with thumbs up or thumbs down as the answer.
This is dump him. This is go. Keep going.
No, but I am excited. Yeah, our record on Not Loveline for calls
Was
is
13 or 14?
13 or 14.
I thought it was 10.
It was probably 10.
I think it was 10.
Probably 10.
Well, we'll
Let's
try
try
to
to
do
do
13.
12 because of our show on June 12th.
Okay.
Okay, so I just wanted to tell a quick story. Last night, I just had the best little date with my boyfriend, and I didn't even plan it. And I just thought I wanted to share and just give a really fun date idea. Basically, we drank a bottle of wine, which you don't have to do, of course. But then we had washable markers. And I showed my boyfriend a tattoo I've been wanting on my back. And he was like, oh, let me try it. And he drew all over my back, and it was so hot. But at the same time, he's pretty good at drawing, and it turned out so good. And now I just want to show it to my tattoo artist and yeah, do this for me. But it was just so much fun. And I feel like we could have kept doing it, and you could get a little spicy with it or something. But I don't know. I just wanted to share a fun date idea. I love this podcast, and it's a fun outlet for all of us girls. But love you. Bye.
First of all, we love you. We love when you guys call in with random lore.
We need to take more calls. They're really good. I was like, I love this.
Oh my God. I want to do that now. My spray tan says no today, but on Makoa, that's so fun.
That'd be so fun to draw. Because, yeah, you're an artist. You guys are artistic. You guys do paintings of each other.
We're something artistic. We got a little tiz for sure. Artistic, all of it. That is fun. I always see, have you seen, I'm surprised you've never done this. I don't know why. I could just see you wanting to do this. Have you seen when couples, they get a big canvas or paper, they roll out the whole floor, they cover their bodies in paint, and then they hook up?
Oh, no. I seen the roller eyes and the hook up.
Yeah, and then they hook up with the paint all over them, and then they frame it. It looks very abstract, obviously. I've always wanted to do something like that.
Oh, your whole body's painted?
Yes. And then, or just hands, you could do whatever.
You keep the genitals not painted.
I think I would keep my puss unpainted.
Yeah, it seems
Yes.
like UTI. I like that. I love that idea because then it's ooh, look at what we made.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's so cool
That
to
would
me.
be, I do love this idea. I do love drawing on each other. I love it.
Also, what a smart way to ensure that you want a tattoo. I wish I had that before I got every tattoo.
Right.
You
Do you
know?
have tattoos?
Yeah, but they're all very...
Oh, you don't see them at home.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I'm not sitting here with my sleeve, whatever. But I don't know. I'm definitely always telling people if your frontal lobe is not developed, really think about your tattoos.
I know.
And just make sure you really want these things and stuff.
Watching the tattoo removal process is whew, it's so painful. Have you ever removed a tattoo? Mm-hmm. It's painful.
I started to, and then I gave up, and now it's just half there.
You're okay, what was it?
A young AF on my. Now it says young.
Oh yeah,
But that is really so fun, and it's funny
That's
because
fun.
Makoa has no tattoos, and I would live to just draw a sleeve on him and see.
just do a little artist. That is fun. Oh, I should ask Mo to draw me. He's so artistic. One time he did my makeup, and I was after we watched The Idol, so you do my eyeliner like that. It was those crazy eyeliner
No
that she had, and he did
way.
it so good. It was very intimate too. He's doing my eyeliner and
You guys
doing
should do a
it.
TikTok like that.
Yeah, he's so good. He's so good at liner. His lines you remember that
Yeah.
challenge where they would do it really quick, in
Yes.
1 second? He could do it in 1 second. He's so good. I'm
You
like,
should
wow.
actually do that because I feel I love watching a boyfriend do a girlfriend's makeup and
Yeah, and, slay it.
Yes, I was gonna say most don't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So Moses actually slaying it would be such a. I would watch that.
I think we definitely filmed it, but it might be on YouTube, or it might not even be up there anymore. It might be on the family channel. But yeah, it was great. I love
How
it.
cute.
I love an
That's
artistic moment.
That's also a cute date, and I think that it's
Yes.
we often just look at date as dinner, movies, bowling, just the basics.
Yeah.
And sometimes a date is just something you do at home that's cute and fun. Get artsy,
Yes.
do a thing
Yeah.
And I love things like that these days. Of course I love Makoa, and I just got dressed up and went to dinner and it was nice.
Ooh.
But at the same time, when we do a jigsaw puzzle at home all night and we're off our phones and
cozy.
we are just talking quality time, maybe smoke a little before. I
Yeah.
love those nights almost more because they're so intimate,
Of course. And you're home and you're safe and you're comfortable. And
Yeah.
where'd you guys go to dinner?
we went to Isabel in West Hollywood, which is my favorite restaurant.
What's Isabel?
next time you're in Hollywood and you have to try it. The ambiance is great too.
What is
I really don't know what kind of food you'd classify
Rustic,
Isabel as.
American, fine dining.
Like, no, like I get like Brussels sprouts, I get like Wagyu skewers.
Like tapas.
American.
They do have a great pasta. Like it is just my favorite.
And you
Every
guys just
single
went
yeah. I
just
was like, I'm craving Isabel. It was like Sunday night or something. I was like, let's just
Get
go.
dressed up and go out.
Yes, and like it was so good. There was a table of men next to us though who have guaranteed never left the house before in their entire life.
They're just
like,
so loud or what?
Yeah, it's so funny because I used to not get overstimulated like at all by people. Like people could be screaming next to me and it wouldn't bother me at all.
It's amazing, yeah.
And like I would be around my friends almost who would be like, those people can't stop yelling. This is ruining my night or like whatever.
Yeah.
And I like wouldn't get it. You know, I'd be like, whatever, like just have fun. Who
Yeah.
cares? And now as I'm getting older, like I'm not kidding you. These men were like, Trisha, like straight men epitome. They were like, I think one of them was getting married, screaming at the top of their lungs, like barking and like
Actual barking, like, ooh, ooh, ooh,
yes, like right next to us, like the table next to us.
And you
I was
didn't say
having,
anything?
No, I kept yelling because Makola couldn't hear me because of how loud they were literally
Oh,
being.
that's
It was like
awful. That's
it was
awful.
I was like, this is your first time outside ever. I tried to like go empathetic and be like, you know, it's someone's getting married. They're so happy, but I was like, how do you not understand that
No.
you're on megaphone?
That's why I like out here. We went to dinner Friday night to like a sushi place, and it was like only 12 people, and like it was just all people over 70. And I was like, I love this so much. While they're
Yeah.
at 6 o'clock, we're like, yes, let's have early sushi.
You honestly have such a good point. Like for so long, I loved the hustle and bustle of like a Saturday night Hollywood dinner, and now I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
And why is there EDM playing?
We go at 5 o'clock. If we go to like we went to Drake's at like 5 p.m. We're like, we're gonna go there because it's like we'll go right when they open, so we don't have to deal with anything.
Yes,
it's
and
wonderful.
it's okay. Everything, honestly, Isabel. Just the food is so good
Okay.
that I don't care if someone is like has a monkey with them at the table next to me. Like I'm going for the food.
You get the Wagyu, okay.
They have a hand cut rigatoni pasta.
Oh well,
And it
sign me up.
is-
like a vodka pasta.
Yes, like red sauce, creamy. It is the best,
I love
best
it.
pasta in Hollywood.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
Yeah, I think I'm starving again.
Actually, Moses makes a good rigatoni too.
Yeah, of course he does, and
I know.
I
I'll
need
do the
it.
I swear we'll do a pasta one. That was so easy to bring down
need-
pasta. That's gonna be so easy to just go up there.
I can't wait. I love a
Was it
noodle.
good? And that was like a new recipe. That was a sponsored recipe.
That's like literally bigger than me though.
Wow, I know. Well, that's why I had to tell him. I'm like, I was gaining so much weight, and I like love pasta. I'm like, can you just do half? Like, he would put the whole thing of pasta in my bowl, and I'd eat it all. I was like,
Well,
yeah.
Trisha, I loved this
I love
episode.
you. Yes, we're gonna take all calls next episode. But I love this. I love that
Yeah.
we get into like this this state. I know people are like, but again, I feel like because we're both writing books, just get sick of hearing about the past forever because it's like until mine comes out and then yours comes out, it's just gonna be.
And like truly, I don't think that we would almost have a desire, I guess, to have this show if we didn't go through all of the things that we went through to feel like we can use them to help all the girlies out there.
Yes.
Because that is one thing you and I, well, amongst many things that we have in common, where it's like knowing that there's a 23-year-old girl maybe watching this, and if we can save them
Yes.
from dating someone in an age gap, or if we can let them know that, you know, what they're going through with their family gets better, like, and they'll find a new normal, and just all of the things, it gives me purpose, and I get to do it with
Exactly.
you, and we get to wear fun little teal dresses and giggle,
I know,
you know,
like lingerie. I love
Yeah.
it. That's why it took me so long. I gotta find nipple
and you
covers.
got on top.
I got on top because of Not Loveline.
Yes.
That's my testimony.
Yes, go check out the Patreon to find out more.
We're good. More salacious there. That's just my
Yes.
Patreon entry for the week. I'll just be like, okay, guys, here's how it went. I should have recorded
Yes.
one right after because I was literally so happy. I was just like, oh my God, it went. That's why I like texted you, got cracked.
Yes.
I was like, just like, I did not ask.
No,
girl.
I did ask. I am that
Geriatric.
friend. I'm so sorry. No detail is too small. I want to know everything. Like, that is who I am.
So funny. All right, maybe
But-
I'll give a little more story time on Patreon.
Yeah.
All right.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. And we'll see you soon. And we'll see you in Vegas, June 12th.
Vegas, June 12th. Now begging, now buy a ticket now. One night only, once in a lifetime. Performers swinging, probably not swinging. Please come to the show. We love you.
Bye.